Go for it.
Okay, so there's 100 unboxing videos of the Starlink. So we'll just go real quick. For those of you who don't know what Starlink is, it's the satellite internet put up by Elon Musk with their SpaceX program. And right now it's in its infancy stage. Beta testing is all it's on right now. Quite an expensive unit, $650 Canadian to buy, and then shipping's like another 60 bucks, 65 bucks. So all total we're in for 750 bucks just to buy the unit. Now the data plans for Canada is a little bit higher than the Americans. Relative, it's $120 a month for our unlimited data right now. So there's no data caps, which is great. So we'll just have a quick peek. I mean, it's a large box, you can see. Lots of tape on it. And yeah, simple instructions, 3 instructions. You got to download the app, the Starlink app. I've already done that, so that's great. Nice big chunk of plastic, keeps everything nice and tight. Instruction manuals, I guess, regulatory notices, no big deal. Good, heavy, it's like a cast metal tripod. All the cable comes already assembled. Basically all you do, set it up in a stand, plug the power in, you go to the app, you turn the system on, and it finds the satellite. Does it all by itself. So you don't have to pay for an installer to come out and install this. Anybody can do it. Just gotta use the app, and there's a part of the app there where you locate your line of sight. And so that helps you set it up so you don't have obstructions, corner of the house, trees, anything of that sort. Okay, so this is pretty much it. There's the cable, and oh wow, there's a bit of girth to that. This is what everybody calls dishy. So yeah, I bet you this thing, that's good 25-30 pounds to it. So we'll go set it up in the yard just real quick, and then we're gonna run a couple of speed tests.
You're on.
Okay, so everything I see about this is very easy to do. There's 2 little push pins on the bottom of the pole, corresponding holes in the base. You set it down. It doesn't have to be perfectly level. The dish will move and coordinate itself on its own. So now, the hardest job I got now is to haul this cable out without making a big knot. So we'll see you back in. Okay, so we just plugged the black cable back into the power controller here. This part here obviously plugs into the wall, supplies power through this cable to the dish. This cable goes directly to the router, which, as you can tell with its funky shapes, Elon and SpaceX and Tesla, they all like their weird shaped items. So we'll plug this in here, and we'll see how everything goes. Okay, so we got light, that looks good. I'll bring up my phone here with the Starlink app. Okay, we already checked for obstruction, so we've got it out in the middle of the yard. And now we're going to start our setup. So I just walked through basically everything that's on the paper that was in it. And we're going to open up our Wi-Fi settings. And now we're going to look for Starlink. See, there's a white light on there, so right away it should come up to, it's searching for networks. Okay, so there it is. There's the Starlink on the Wi-Fi. I just had to shut off my Wi-Fi, turn it back on, and then it found it. Okay, so now we're obtaining IP address. So now we're connected to Starlink. Okay, so now this screen popped up, sign into network. So now we're going to enter a new name for our Wi-Fi. Okay, so we've created our new network. We've called it Hillbilly Starlink. So then it kicks you out, and now you just have to sign back in and enter your password. Okay, so we're now connected. We'll go back to our Starlink. Now, it's connecting to the satellites, and as soon as it does that, we'll show you what our speed test looks like. Go. All right, well, Dishy has found itself. Took a little bit of time to set up, but we have a very narrow window up here. We just ran our first speed test off camera. It looks pretty good, 60 megabytes per second with a latency speed of 24 megs per second, which is fantastic. We're talking city speed internet here. Let's do another test here. This is just what comes with Starlink. So we'll do it again, and you can see just how fast we get going here.
This excites me.
So we're seeing a couple different numbers here. Our internet speed, 85 megabytes per second. Now that's an unloaded speed. Down here below you can see our latency is 21 milliseconds. A loaded speed of 58 milliseconds. And an upload speed of 17 megabytes per second, which is fantastic. This is amazing internet. I'll grab my phone real quick and we'll show you just how ridiculous it is on our TELUS Smart. Okay, so I just did a speed test with our TELUS Smart Hub, and this is the message it gives me here. It says, could not reach our servers to perform the test. You may not be connected to the internet. I did it off camera because it took roughly, I want to say about 3 minutes or so just to get this far. So that's just an idea of how
shitty,
as Connie would say, the internet is in rural Alberta with the TELUS Smart Hub. So 8.5 megabytes per second download. Now that's barely enough to support streaming video, and if you're a gamer, good luck with that. Our latency at the very beginning was good at 32 milliseconds, but then the loaded latency is 873 milliseconds. That's just ridiculously horrible. And then an upload speed of 2.0, and then it errored out. So that's just miserable for anybody who wants to do any sort of social media, gaming, online streaming services, Netflix, stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's just terrible. Let's go back to our Hillbilly Starlink, and let's perform the same test again. Redo this. (43 millisecond, 53 millisecond loaded latencies. Those are pretty good numbers.
69 megs download. Oh, look, here's Connie's doing one right beside it at the same time. 144 download. Hovering around 14 upload, 15 upload, in that ballpark. And that's on Ookla. This one is fast internet speed test. So yeah, so we got a 69 meg download, 14 meg upload. Those are great for gaming, streaming, services, social medias, anything you could really want to do in everyday life. A little bit higher number would be required for video conferencing, like Zoom meetings or Skype, but it will still support it. But it's not the best. I've heard lots of reports of guys saying that they've been gone halfway through a video and they've been kicked out. So I'm sure through the beta process it can only get better and faster. That's what we're hoping for.